Good morning, it's Dr. James. Hey, I hope you're off to a beautiful start today. It's so good to see you. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. This morning I woke up and I said, you know what? I don't think I'm alone in that I would love two simple things that you and I can do today that will literally guarantee that we're going to lower our fear, lower our anxiety, augment, increase our overall optimism, our sense of joy, creativity, and purpose. And a nice side effect, you lower your cravings for sugar and junk food, and you literally take away the desire for emotional eating. Literally feeding your emotions. Instead, you're feeding your fire. Your fire to create a day that is absolutely extraordinary. I was like trying to think of a way I could just kind of invite you in. So you go, man, James, I want that. That sounds awesome. And it is awesome. I want to talk about your brain under the influence of play. Your brain... You're playing brain. Yes, this is such a cool thing. You know, often we talk about all these cool things that we can do each and every day, but sometimes, every now and then, you just want to go, you know what, give me something concrete that can literally rock my world. Well, you know what? I was looking at some research on how it is that when we kind of elevate the desire to get ourselves in the best shape spiritually, emotionally, and physically in our entire life. So you are a force. You are a contagion. You literally are the game changer who invites yourself, because you're the cool kid. Everyone wants to sit with you when you're positive, when you're optimistic, when you're loving, when you're compassionate. Well, you know what? Two things that you can do. It took me a long time to get here, but I was really wanting to enroll you. You know, your life is up for grabs every single day. And so many things. Don't you ever feel like, you go, man, that's out of my control and I can't have any influence on that. But you know, if I could literally have a non-negotiable, that would change my brain, that would change my physiology in such a way that I felt empowered, I felt inspired, I felt like, man, I'm a possibilitarian. That's my diet of choice. Well, check this out. I was reading about the power of how it is when we can influence our frontal lobe in our brain along with an area called the insula. And what happens when we do that, we actually decrease our fear, we decrease our anxiety, and we increase our the integration of our positive emotions. I love this. And guess what it does? It's all about you choosing to get on the mat or get on the floor or just take 5 minutes and do some yoga. Literally tree pose, and you can do downward dog or upward dog. And you know what's so cool about this? Studies show in just 5 minutes, you are literally changing your brain and you're increasing that chemistry, decreasing the chemistry that you don't want anything to do with. And when you let the world influence you, when you live outside in versus inside out, that's what happens. The frontal lobe and the insula goes under the influence of negative emotions. Fear and anxiety increase. You can change it. Literally change it in 5 minutes. And then you follow that yoga, or you do it in the other direction, doesn't matter, with a high intensity interval walking or running or biking or swimming, simply changing speeds for at least 8 minutes. We're talking about a 13-minute program of movement. And this idea of doing the HIIT training augments the power and the energy going to the hypothalamus in the brain, which is associated with decreasing your sugar cravings and decreasing your desire to emotionally eat. Have you ever, under the influence of stress and anxiety, said, man, I want some broccoli, I want some kale? No, when you're stressed, and you say, man, give me some crappy food. Give me a whole bunch of wine coming from a box. Because it doesn't have to be a quality wine. It can be a crappy wine. This is amazing. 13 minutes. Sugar cravings, emotional eating, they go down. Your positivity and integration of compassion and a sense of joy and purpose increase. Your brain under the influence of play. That's right. Let's not call it exercise. Let's call it play. Put on some good music when you do your yoga. Put on some phenomenal energy around you when you do your high intensity interval training, and do not play up to your age. Your age doesn't matter. It's your desire to show up and be everything. Because age is, I was gonna say something a little more dramatic. Age doesn't matter. What matters is your biology, is your belief. in your ability to give yourself permission to rise up and be who you are today, and do it with a sense of playfulness and zeal, because your life is up for grabs today. Yoga, high intensity interval training, gives you permission to go out in the world and be the light, the love that you came here to be, and a force of contagion that invites everyone to the cool kids table. And that's where you sit every single day, under the influence of the highest expression of you. Much love and many blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.